Hello, this is a collective read for the collective. It's going to be timeless. You can come back anytime and watch it. Sorry, my voice is a little raspy, of course. It's doing a pretty fine job of healing a little bit. Hope everybody had a beautiful Wednesday yesterday, and happy Thursday. Yes, happy Thursday. I had to check. Let's see what messages our universe, spirit team, spirit guides has for you guys. Again, excuse my raspy voice, y'all. Long story, nothing bad. I was outside. I ran to the store real quick up the street. I had no jacket on because I wanted to be quick. Not this morning, but like days ago. And I was out there for a while. My voice. Okay. I have to like scoot up a little bit. Okay. Took a little break yesterday. Let's see, what do we have? So the Tower, Aries, energy upheaval, sudden change, disaster, and awakening, release, get an insight of what you need to build for yourself. Towers happen unexpectedly, in our life due to outside forces. It's like a shake-up. It makes us realize things, teaches us lessons. What else we have? Spirit team for the collective. What do they need to know and be aware of? Something here. We have the Eight of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag. Eight of Wands is all about swift. Eight of Wands is all about forward movement, swift action, speed. You could be traveling or receiving lots of messages, or invited to a random series of events. Multiple sources of income, message, text message, email. I didn't flip over, but I didn't fall here, so I'm going to take it. Page of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Nine of Swords, I'm sorry. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So somebody, also with the Page of Swords, I can see somebody looking at something like spine or something a little bit. Let's get one more card. The Page of Swords is all about, you could be in that young, vibrant energy, being curious, gathering information that you don't have. So you have to, look into things. You probably got a message to make you look over something. Okay, it could be getting some news about something. Get one more. Whatever it is, it has you a little bit worried, collective, to the point where you could be losing sleep due to a tower, something that came in swiftly. I see you maybe having some ideas with the Page of Swords, some ideas how to make some fast forward movement on how to get through to this. Yeah, standing a good fight here. We have the 9 of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, having the courage and the faith, putting up those boundaries. You're gearing up here to be able to handle this sudden upheaval. Some change here, but we keep going. Make some room. Hope you guys are able to hear me despite my voice. But I hear the birds. Let's get one on the tower, please, Spirit. Clarify the tower. And by the way, excuse me, I'm a Capricorn. I have my Capricorn logo, the devil sign, coming from Amazon. So I don't want to hear anybody judging, saying, oh, she worships the devil. No, I don't. It's just a symbol of the Capricorn. Some people just so ignorant. They don't have enough knowledge. They're just like, oh, devil worshiper. No, it's Capricorn. The devil's ruled by Capricorn. Well, the Capricorn symbol is the devil on the tarot deck. And I thought it was pretty cool, so I got it from Amazon. It should be coming. It's going to be hung up over there. Or somewhere in this apartment. Alright, let's get on the tower. Just put a little disclaimer out there. What do we have, Spirit, for the collective? What do they need to know? I have other few decks coming in, too, from Etsy soon. Spice up the readings. The tower, please. Really collective. What do we have? Excuse me. 4 of Swords. I see you getting rest over this. Okay, relaxing, meditation, contemplation, and recovery. Okay. Of course you'll be in recovery because look, standing your ground here. Okay, it's tiring. Let me get one on the 8 of Wands, please, for the collective. So there was a tower moment here. Oops. Could be resting, planning for the future because of this tower. Sometimes the universe pushes us if we're not, making moves, like making certain type of moves or whatever. The universe can sometimes shake us up, be like, wake up, I'm going to throw this tower at you. So not all towers are bad. Towers just makes us, look at ourselves, what we need to change, release of old ways of thinking, old patterns. Okay, so 3 of Pentacles. Okay, earth energy. So you could be, something could be moving quickly about a job situation or a collaboration. Okay, where you guys are working on long-term goals here. Everything's coming together. Okay, when you're seeing success and things like that. The World card, yeah, you're closing out a cycle here. Having a sense of completion, renewal. Okay, moving on to the next phase of your life. Okay. This is a time for you to celebrate, collective, because this is telling you that you went through, a lot of tears. You've been through a lot of battles, a lot of sleepless nights here, You've been tiring yourself out trying to gather lots of information, being curious, having all these ideas about a collaboration, probably possibly with somebody that you're teaming up with, but you are overcoming these challenges with the World card. Sorry, so like I said before, yeah, closing out chapters of a long journey here that you've been through. You gathered enough information with the Page of Swords that you needed to gather in order to overcome this tower. Okay, that came in really fast, and you're able to close out, move forward, no more of these sleepless nights of things like that, having insomnia, nightmares, and fears, because you stood your ground. Okay, you had that courage, that power. Okay, probably some help too from the spirit world. Okay, you Ask the divine for help as well. Pulls another cycle here. This fell out. The Two of Swords. You could be indecisive here. About a decision you had to make, which is why you were losing the sleep here with the Two of Swords. Excuse me. You had a difficult decision weighing on you. And if you look at the swords here, okay, in the back, wherever she's holding, never mind my chip nail. But the swords here in the back, the swords look a bit heavy. Okay, heavy decision weighing on you, okay? Some of the swords here, because it made you lose sleep over that. Okay, so even though the World card is closed out, I still see you, just still weighing your options, maybe about a possible collaboration here for a job, okay, opportunity. Okay, building a stable, solid foundation, because why do we work? To build stability, right? To network, build up those coins, save it for a rainy day. Let's see, what is the Nine of Wands for the collective? Yeah, so despite that, don't forget you have the World card, okay, which is Saturn, Earth energy. So make sure you just, celebrate yourself, that you came a long way, collective. You deserve this. You deserve to be like she's dancing in the air, wielding those batons. That looks like a mirror, doesn't it? Dancing in the mirror, feeling like you're on cloud 9. Let's see, what is the Nine of Wands for you? Yeah, there's also a need for you to balance too. Balance, probably managing your finances a bit. This collaboration. Building your stability. It's the Nine of Wands. I just saw the King of Pentacles in there. You could be reaching out to a mentor who is great with financial advice. A trustworthy, loyal person. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles here. So whatever it is, I do see you with the Nine of Wands standing your ground for what you believe in. Okay, when it comes to your manifestations, I see reflecting as well. And with the Page of Pentacles, you could be getting multiple messages, like with the Eight of Wands, like multiple messages of opportunities that are coming in with the Page of Pentacles. This is the student, the apprentice. You could be learning new skills, so that's why you're probably indecisive about which one to take, because you're getting messages of multiple streams of income here that are like just coming so fast as well. Okay, you probably came through a traumatic journey here, because with the Tower. So I see you overcoming that. There probably was a period where you wanted to get back on your feet, collective, and I see that you're building your stability back up after having some hardship and some challenges, restoring your self-esteem, your confidence, and your health, mental, physically, and emotionally. But I do see you taking decisive action here. Okay, manifesting, okay, getting some financial opportunities, going after your ambitions. Okay, whatever you do, just focus your intention and hard work on what you're building, and you'll see the results of what you manifested as well. Okay, let's see what else. Let's get you a few more cards, collective. So basically, just stay focused, get lots of rest, as we see with the Four of Swords. If you need a retreat in solitude, then go ahead. sometimes we gotta remove ourselves from distractions in order to have an open mind to receive like intuitive messages, downloads as well. That way they come in clear. These cards are like yeah, just I do see that sometimes you do feel like you want to throw in a towel, but don't. You know, just get that rest with the Four of Swords is reminding you that rest is rest is much needed, because you are a hard worker collective. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay, judgment, yes. With the judgment card here, you're having a rebirth. Okay, a reckoning here. You know, forgive the past, you know, of what no longer serves you. Moving forward, as we see with the World card. Okay, having the strength, the Leo energy. Having the strength, you know, harnessing that inner power to be able to get through challenges and sleepless nights. Okay, and moving forward to close out the painful cycle here. In the judgment card, you know, like judging yourself of how far you came to where you are now. You know, thinking back in the past, and you're using your strength, infinite possibilities here. You have elevated knowledge to have that success. That stability is through patience, you know, approaching situations with a sort of gentle influence. See how she's gentle with the lion, closing the jaws here, having control of that inner beast there. Okay, having a rebirth, moving on to a new phase of your life. You know, having a sense of self-reflection, which actually makes you strong. Okay, having focus, strength, compassion. Okay, you have been patient or been working on it. Okay, you have determination to move forward, because your strength will be rewarded. Believe it or not, it will be rewarded because you fought the good fight and you're still focused on your manifestations here. So I see you could have made a decision. Sometimes you could be stuck in your mind a bit. Okay, but you're also going to have a strong team environment too, and collaboration. And you know, also, you know, make sure you think the others around you too that you work with, because you guys all work together to have a common goal, you know. So, you know, having judgment of that, you know, thinking people that you worked with, you collaborated with. Okay, and we have a painful ending. Yeah, the painful ending. Okay, this is finality here. Having the strength to overcome a painful ending. Okay, and I see you having reflection on that. Because like I said, you know, you feel like giving, sometimes throwing in the towel, but don't, because you had the inner strength to move forward. Success, victory is here. You know, even with success and victories comes challenges in life, but we're able to overcome that, right, collective? Someday in our life, we all have tower moments. Yeah, we have the Hierophant here. Okay, work, industry. This could be the Hierophant. This also could be Taurus energy here. Okay, institution, tradition, religious societies, conformity. And I see that you could be speaking to a mentor or authority figure. You know, that could be into spiritual work, or you could be learning spiritual work here with this group of team of people. Okay, you could be learning something, but whatever it is, it wasn't the upright. So you're also a person who, you know, adheres to a certain structure, you know, establishment, you can say, of some sort, you know. Go by the rules. You can Kind of say, probably seeking some inner wisdom and guidance on how to move forward after a painful ending. Okay. It's flipped over. Yes, I saw earlier the King of Pentacles. It popped back out. Okay. So you're building your stability back, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, and look at this. As I said, you could be having somebody come in that could be helping you, giving you financial advice, or this is you. After this ending, you got the advice from the Hierophant, okay, and you're building your stability back, collective, okay. You're abundant. You know what it is to, and what it takes to stand your ground, okay, with the Nine of Wands. So, you know what it takes, to build your stability. Now you're disciplined and, you're generous. Well, this is a person that's going to be generous towards you. They're great at business. I see some heartbroken here. So somebody here could be heartbroken. And the High Priest. And I feel like you know this. Okay. Heartbroken, using your intuition. This, trust in the divine, your spirituality here. And what the High Priest is telling you to go inward, okay, for the answers instead of relying on outside resources or people. Go within, follow your intuition, okay, to guide you. Okay, you have sacred knowledge, you know what to do, okay, to move forward, overcoming this painful heartbreak, because you were backstabbed, and like I said, even with the World card, you're able to move forward, overcoming these challenges, following your intuition, Pisces energy. Oh, those just flipped out, not flipped out, but slid out. Okay, Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. So it could be about your finances, your stability, and I see you just tired of it and not too really happy here with certain options. Maybe you had to invest in something. Okay. You could feel like you're smothered or mistreated in a job situation or collaboration that has some conflict, okay, when it comes to your money. And there's a need for you to make a head over heart decision here, okay? Getting mental clarity on the situation, okay? Stepping into the leadership role, like I said, okay, getting clarity from a mentor here about you being heartbroken. I see you talking to somebody, and I could tell this person is also telling, this is just part of my intuition I'm about to say, whoever you're talking to could be giving you advice to maybe how to rest better. Well, that way you're able to recover maybe some stability loss, okay? You are you are a person who is stable, collective, and building that, but you do have some, just make sure you're doing a lot of self-care at this time, okay? When it comes to your finances, taking care of yourself and whatever's in the home, okay? And somebody could be jealous too that you're working with here. A little bit jealous. Sorry, I thought that was my coffee coming, but nope. So like I said, we have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's a need for you to come in to take decisive action, okay? With your stability, okay? And finding the balance. With the High Priest here, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Cups is telling you, use your intuition to balance out your self-esteem, your finances, okay? Your emotions. You could be a little bit emotional right here, contemplating. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Okay, getting the mental clarity. Okay, having open communication. about if you want to reach out to somebody to help you come back. That way you have the balance. Okay, with the Two of Pentacles, you could be getting a phone call as well. But you got the Wheel of Fortune upright. So this is great. So you are overcoming challenges. Okay, we do have the Devil. Okay, so make sure you be very careful with that, because that is toxicity and leaving behind old ways of thinking and behavior. Okay, this is why you have the Tower. It's telling you that you need to, really focus on building a balance, building your finances with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Don't be too materialistic as well. And you're moving forward, turning your back on what no longer serves you with the Three of Wands here, having the sense of foresight here, preparation on moving forward. Okay. Also focusing, what is this? Also focusing on your shadow self, okay? That way you're able to cultivate prosperity and plan for the future with the Two of Wands, okay? I see you grabbing one wand, the other wand's exclusive. You have the wand, you have the world at the palm of your hands, okay? And now you're, having discovery, you're growing, you're expanding as you went through this journey collective, okay? And now you have a fresh new start coming in, okay? And if you're having a baby or a marriage or proposal, congratulations. But, learning to love yourself, having compassion and love for what you do and others as well. Okay, with the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let go of any emotional baggage that's weighing you down. And start truly living your life. This is an opportunity for a fresh start or a new relationship, okay? And, the new relationship comes once you move forward, let go of, any toxicity, old ways of thinking, old bad habits here. Okay, letting go of any codependency and jealousy with the Queen of Pentacles reverse. And focus on your finances and things of that nature. Let's get you one more, collective. So this is beautiful here. You could be traveling, leaving a home. Okay, but whatever it is, I see that you will be focused on your goals here. Now, this card came out. Focus on your goals. Pouring forth that creativity here with the Star card, Aquarius energy. Okay, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, sharing. Okay, inheritance, whatever you're investing in. Okay, I see you looking into something, waiting for your shifts to come in that you invested in. Something you gave to, but whatever it is, you're going to be abundant and able to give back to those who you worked with or owe. And when we have the chariot, I said we have the charity, but sorry, with the chariot card here, Cancer energy, you having that willpower, as you saw with the Eight of reserve, the strength, okay, to move forward. And with this, having the willpower to move forward, taking action, okay, having victory after facing challenges and obstacles. So this is a great card, and you're on the right path, okay, as well. And just be careful, because we have the Seven of Swords. It could be somebody you need to watch out for, that you could be working with, you're thinking of investing in, or this is just you that needs to be more strategic when it comes to balancing out your finances, your health, things of that nature, okay? And it's also telling you what you need to prioritize too. Sometimes you may need to find some shortcuts on how do you do things. Maybe there's an easy way of doing it. That way you're not feeling burnt out or tired due to projects and assignments that you have to do at work. Let's get you one more. I keep saying one more, but I have some time here. I wonder where those birds are at. I do see you have some regret here. Somebody feeling like this opportunity. Don't focus on the spilled milk, collective. You're on the right path. So sometimes those emotions can come up about the past. That's all right. It happens. Just remember to keep going because you got the Wheel of Fortune out here, okay? And keep manifesting, as we saw with the Page of Pentacles, okay? Keep manifesting. The Queen of Cups, yeah. Approaching things in a loving, compassionate way. You're intuitive, okay? You're a healer. You know what to do, okay? Queen of Cups here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And we have the Emperor here, okay? Aries energy, having that stability. This is a father figure, okay? Being focused, you have a lot of respect in the outside world, okay? People love how you work. You're disciplined, okay? You have control over things, okay, of that nature. So, collective, whatever it is, I do see you overcoming this mishap here, this Tower moment, okay, with the Judgment card. I do see you reflecting, okay, on the past, maybe some past hurts and things of that nature, but you're reflecting on yourself and what got you here and how to move forward. I do see you overcoming challenges. Here, gaining your stability back. Sitting on your throne here, collective, okay. Protecting what you love, what you're passionate about. Whatever it is, whatever you're working on, keep going, fighting a good fight, as we see here with the Nine of Wands, because you do have victory and success, okay? So that's going to be your reading. Let's get you an inner child message. My nail polish. I gotta wear white nail polish next. And I love inner child messages because it lets us know what we need to change. Basically, well, not like precisely change, but, as we get older, we're just so busy, at work and building, and as adults, life is so demanding that we don't really take time to listen to our inner child. Okay, what our inner child has to say. And this is why it's important to follow the intuition. Okay. And able to move forward. Okay. So I see that. Okay. But it's very important that we hear our inner child. And I see that, the victory, success, I see you sometimes, you could be having those feelings come up of a little bit of sadness and depression, collective. So just be careful with that and keep working on you and building that stability. If you need to talk to close friends and relatives, that can also help as well. Let's see what we have. What inner child message? Okay. We have go inward. Okay, collective, go inward. There's a need for you to go inward. It's time to connect with your inner child. And like I was saying, we need to start connecting with our inner child. And what we have at the bottom, perfect, that one with the reading, let go of the past. Okay, like we saw with the Judgment card, you reassessing the situation of, how far you came. Okay, and having a sense of gratitude. Despite the challenges, the past teaches us how to move forward. Taking what you did from the past, using that as fuel for like the chariot to move forward. It's time to envision a new story. Moving on to the next phase of your life, collective. Okay, 16. Okay, 16, go inward. Okay, one powerful way to connect with your inner child can be through visualization. Okay, so one powerful way to connect with your inner child can be through visualization. This is the practice of seeing with your mind's eye. Your physical eyes are closed. This practice can be a bit tricky for some in the beginning. So if you have never tried working with visualizations, don't worry about it. If it is a slow process, you will get there in the end. Okay, now here's a little awareness exercise also that you can do. Okay, I'm going to read that quickly for you. It says, in this exercise, focus on allowing your inner child to come through your mind's eye. Okay? Find a quiet place where you can sit or lie down comfortably with minimal distractions. Once you are ready and your eyes are closed, allow your focus to travel inward toward your center. Okay? As you allow your focus to drift inward, your inner child will slowly come to you. Once they do, okay, be as they are, even if there are aspects of them that you would like to change, embrace them, listen to whatever they might have to say, and shower them with love and affection. Okay, and here's a little note that they put that you can do as well. If you are struggling to turn your focus within yourself, becoming aware of your body scan on page 11 can help guide you. Okay, we'll check that out. And here's a little responsive journaling prompt. Also, you can do collective, okay? What feelings arise for you when you talk with or visualize your inner child? Do you feel love and joy, apprehension, or anxiety? Ask yourself why you might feel this way whenever you meet with your inner child. I always do this. I'm supposed to be wearing glasses, but no. Okay, so let's go to page 11. I look too librarious. Page 11, they said. Become aware exercise. So here's a little body scan they were talking about. Our bodies are a wonderful collection of our lived experiences. They hold for us our feelings, memories, and states of being. A living library. That was subconsciousness. I said I look like a librarian. There is beauty in this collective, but there can also be pain, particularly for the inner child. Because of this, it is good to practice becoming aware of our body's current state of being. Okay, so I'm not going to read all that. At the bottom, I read the top. Yeah, so if you want to do the exercise, that would be excellent. Do that collective. So basically, the whole goal is, you getting through these little mishaps of the tower moment. You will be successful. We have the world, the chariot. Okay, you do have some memories and mental clarity of how to move forward. The memories is like basically the judgment card, having, reflecting yourself and how far you came and what you need to make right about yourself, reconciling and forgiving those who hurt you, and not right away. It takes time. More about forgiving, just being content with yourself, and just moving forward. That way you're able to welcome these blessings that come in. God works in mysterious ways. The universe has a funny way of showing us tough love, even if it has to shake us up with a tower. But we come out bigger, better, and stronger. So thank you so much for visiting Trey's Intuitive Poetry Tarot. Have a beautiful, beautiful Thursday, everyone. Peace and love. Bye.